Hey there everybody, how's it going? Nice to see you again. So I'm out here on the Grand Ronde River in pretty much the middle of La Grande, Oregon, which is interesting. It's really pretty, and this is Riverside Park. Really cool location. It can get busy here, obviously, because it's a park, but right now at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, there's nobody here. So fantastic. Definitely looking around real quick. There's some shots here for, you know, it's nice. So anyway, the two things that caught my eye this week that I wanted to share with you guys, the venerable OM3, and it's not even venerable, it's only been out for a year. So the new and exciting is a better way to describe it. OM3 may get a monochrome variant. Monochrome sensor, OM3. So I actually tested pretty extensively the Monochrome K3 Mark III Pentax. The monochrome sensor was interesting, and I definitely would have kept that camera. I would really like to have a monochrome sensor camera. The K3 Mark III, it's more Ricoh than Pentax, and to the point where like it's not one of I don't like the camera. I don't like shooting with the camera. There's things about the camera that really annoy me, and yeah. So the K3 Mark II, now I love the K3 Mark II, the K3 Mark I, the original K3, the K7, the K5, they were all great cameras. They were Pentax. The Ricoh engineers, you know, they started pulling, you know, changing things, and you know, this isn't about Pentax. Suffice it to say, I don't like the camera, okay? So I love the OM3 camera. It is really a wonderful camera. I have a few things that I wish they had done a little differently, but hey, if this was the only camera that I had for the rest of my life, I'd be perfectly happy with it. It's a wonderful camera. Put a monochrome sensor in this, and yeah, I'm buying that, and I'm gonna enjoy that. That would be really cool. Assuming they don't screw it up, right? I mean, that's always a possibility. But assuming that they do the right thing, and the camera and everything is, you know, and it's kind of hard to screw up. Just put a monochrome sensor in the camera, it'll be great. So, so yeah, what is the monochrome? And it's kind of a no-brainer to put a monochrome sensor in a micro four thirds camera. Basically, there's no noise. You've eliminated the noise problem and there's no noise problem with micro four thirds cameras anymore. Anyway, you just have to run them through if you shoot at higher ISOs, like, you know, 12,000, 25,000, 51,000. You need to run it through a software like DxO Pure Raw or DxO Deep Prime. It eliminates the noise, makes the images look beautiful. I can particularly recommend DxO. Fantastic program. Probably one of the best, if not the best, noise reduction algorithm out there right now. Yeah, but with the monochrome sensor, you don't have to do that at all. Like basically there's no noise. The other thing is it increases the resolution. Not that the micro four thirds cameras have any problems with resolution, but it would increase the resolution by about 60%. So think about that. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. If OM Systems does that, they're gonna sell like hotcakes. Take it a step further, maybe a year or two down the line, they come out with a Pen F Mark II. And I never really liked the original Pen F, but that's just me. I think the viewfinder could have been a lot better. But come out with a, you know, a really nice Pen F style Mark II, you know, kind of camera. Put a monochrome sensor in that so you have a color option and a monochrome option. That would be a dream come true. So enough about that. That's just a rumor, by the way. So I don't know if there's any real plans for that or not. It's a rumor though. Somebody said that OM Systems said that they're thinking about it. So let's hope they don't think too long, and let's hope they get on the stick and get one made. So that would be really cool. So I'm shooting, what am I shooting? Neutral density 32, live, quarter of a second, f5.6, handheld, and it's working great. Absolutely stunning. That is just insane. I mean, it is tack sharp. Go figure. The other thing I saw this week was that Sony is coming out with the A7R6, and it's $5 grand, and it's a stacked sensor, and they were saying that it's going to be pretty much an A1 Mark II, but high, like 67 megapixels. Okay, really? You can have 2.5 OM1 Mark IIs for that money. It just really, is this gonna finally make people realize, like, what are you spending $5 grand on a camera for? Like, that's ridiculous. But that's just my take on that. That's not a rumor. That's supposed to be announced May 13th. I wish them the best of luck, and to anyone who buys one and to anyone who wants one, like, go for it. That's what you want. It's your money. For me, you know, it's the emperor's new clothes syndrome. Been there, done that. You know, it doesn't. Really, I just astonished and amazed. Really, it's ridiculous. Too much is not enough, and you just don't need it in any way, shape, or form. If you need the speed, get an OM1 Mark II or a Lumix G9 too, right? Hey, thanks so much for coming out today. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. That would help me out a ton. YouTube's all about the subscribers, and that's what matters. So if you like the content at all, just hit that old subscribe button and do a lad a favor. Appreciate it. Also, check out my Patreon page. It's going great guns. Having a great time over there. I'm getting a lot of supporters of the Photographic Arts members, which they get prints sent to them, signed and limited edition numbered fine art prints suitable for framing just by being a member. So cool stuff. There's also content up there for free members as well. So check out Patreon if that's something you're interested in, and I really appreciate it. And we'll see you out here. Have a great one. Bye.